What's up, 10%ers? What's going on, weirdos? How's it going, guys? How is it going? It is a good day today. Ethereum is looking very attractive. Bitcoin wicked all the way down close to the blue line here, close to our blue line of support, but did not break down any further, so it's looking super fantastic. You'd love to see that. I'd like to see us get back up over the 30-day SMA here for the daily close. We still have about 5.5 hours before that happens. So, I mean, there's lots of time for that to happen. And we have climbed our way all the way back up to 116,781 so far today. In saying that, the 30 days at 117,198. For me, anything above this blue line here at 115,674 is good, right? Let's stay above that support level. Let's make that support before we make our next leg up. Now, I got to be honest with you guys. What I think is going to happen here is I think the market's going to make its next leg up, which could lead Bitcoin back inside this trading range here in blue, right? And I think altcoins are going to make their next legs up as well. And then I think that's going to be the next little bit of we're going to have a leg up, a little bit of a correction followed by some short, brief consolidation. And then I think that is when the market's truly going to go, right? I mean, we're seeing that if we go over to Ethereum right now. We're seeing it in Ethereum's chart right now, right? We've got this trend line of resistance which was putting in higher lows. We fell below it, and then it was acting as resistance. We've officially broken above it, but we have to close a daily candle above it, right? So what do I think is going to happen? I don't think we're about to go full send like today, but I think that what's going to happen here is we're going to have our breakout, right? We're going to close above this trend line, possibly break up over $4,100 and go into price discovery mode on Ethereum. So we could get a nice massive green candle going on here. But then we're going to have one more level of consolidation before we go like parabolic, right? So that's what I'll be watching. I think about halfway through this month, like I've been telling you guys, we're going to see that next leg up. That's like a few days away, right? That's like next week. So, and I told you guys that at the end of September, I said to you, we were probably going to see a bit of a shakeout at the beginning of August, followed by the next leg up through the second half of August. So here we are. Things are playing out perfectly. And that's what we need to kind of be focusing on. So if, in all honesty, guys, not financial advice, but if you are not positioned yet, I would get positioned, right? Make sure you are positioned, because you got to get in where you fit in, my friends. Get in where you fit in. Sorry, I don't know if that was muted or not. I was trying to clear my throat. I apologize if it wasn't muted. What's going on, guys? All right, so we got a super chat here. Hey, Rob, Patreon member here. Second time catching a live because of work. Any chance you can look at DNX? Of course I can, man. Of course I can. Let me see what I can find here. DNX. 7 cents. It's had a good month. It's up 173% on the month. It's AI play, layer 1 DPIN. All-time high was last year, $1.39. Quantum computing based on innovative new blockchain protocol. It's got some decent listings. I mean, we need like a KuCoin listing. We need like Coinbase. It doesn't have any tier 1 listings, crypto.com, but it does have some. It's got CoinEx, MEXC, Gate.io, Bioeconomy, XT.com, Uniswap, Coinbase Wallet. So it's got some. It seems okay. Yeah. Looks like a decent play. There she is, Gamma Goddess in the house. Happy Green Friday. Thank you for all you do, Rob. You're appreciated. Thank you, Ramona, Jason, Andy, Otaku, all of our mods and all of our family. It's open mic Friday night, guys. Let's get this money. Yes. Guys, over on the Patreon, it is open mic weekend, open mic Friday night, open mic Saturday night, hosted by the one, the only crypto mom, Ramona. Absolutely, guys. Make sure you get over there. You do not want to miss out on that. The microphone and the camera are turned over to you. What do you have to say about crypto? Kevin, Big Kev, my portfolio keeps making new all-time highs. Thanks, Rob. Something woke up. Wormhole today. Yes, Wormhole is looking nice and juicy. Absolutely, man. Let me have a look at Wormhole. Wormhole is up, was up 20% earlier. It's up 18.9% now. Looking good. Looking good. You love to see it, guys. You love to see it. All right, let's get into the chat a little bit here, my friends, while we watch Ethereum try to break into price discovery mode. H. Barbarina in the house. What's up, my dude? Good to see you. Diz, yo. See, it's giving me your guys' ats. I don't know if you can see your names, but it's giving me your ats, so it's irritating me, right? What's up, big dog? Good to see you, buddy. Tony Green, let's get it. Go time. Good afternoon, everyone. Diz, let's go. Let's go. William, good to see you, buddy. The man, the consistent legend. Tony's in the house. Zebek. Cody says, what's up, fam? Good to see you, Cody. Quentin, I see you, brother. I see you. Pumpasaurus or Dumpasaurus. I'm ready for liftoff. Let's go. Thanks for everything, Rob. Hey, no problem, brother. No problem. Spuds, I see you, brother. Brandon's in the house. Why is the channel on my feed twice? I don't know. I'm not the CEO of YouTube. J Money, Bulbasaur in the house. What's going on? First Pokemon of the day. Guys, make sure you're hitting the like and subscribe to the channel. Helps the channel grow. Costs you absolutely nothing. So go ahead and help us out, man. Help a brother out. It's the HBO special, right? Okay, what else do we have? Let's see, how many people do we have watching right now? We have 256 people watching, and we have 66 likes, guys. Get those likes up. Smash them, whack them, crack them. Ramona's in the house. What's up, wealthy weirdos? Hit the like button, people. Yes, as Ramona says, guys, we have 269 people watching. We have 75 likes now. That was a nice little jump. Thank you so much, guys. Smash that like button, my friends. Smash it to HE double hockey sticks. Let's keep going. What else do we have? J Money. Cody's in the house. Paul, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. LOL pantsification. Let's go, crypto fam. Zebek gonna make some money. Hell yeah, Zebek is going to do fantastic. It's actually turned around. It's breaking out. We're gonna look at the Zebek chart shortly too. It's actually breaking out of a bull pennant, or a symmetrical triangle. I mean, Cryptis, what's going on? Hey, Robin fam. Next week is mid-August. Will alt season finally start? Let's go, Jared. Go Ethereum. Go. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Let's go Ethereum. Big Mike, what's up, buddy? It's been a minute, my friend. Where you been hiding? Keep leading us to the promised land, brother. Good to see you, man. Good to see you back. Ramona says it's probably not on your feed twice. One is probably Crypto Blueprint. Yeah, that's true. That's probably true. We dual stream across 2 channels. Ramona's got a good point there. Brian, my portfolio is on the rise. That's what she said. There you go. I dig it, brother. I dig it. I love to see all the happiness in the chat, guys. Everybody's happy. Ethereum's breaking out. Let's get it. Who just woke up? Zebek just woke up. Let's get this party started. Absolutely. Mario, what's up, Mr. Rob, Crypto Future fam? Don't forget your towels. Okay. Wormhole. Absolutely. Art 20 token. Our start pumping. There you go. Lions Den, Rob, you were right again. When will the sissy bears learn to just join the Patreon? Yeah, I know. It's weird, you know. It's really weird. No matter how much I'm right about what I think is going to happen, there's always someone who hops in and says I'm always wrong for some reason. I don't know where they're getting it from. It's weird, right? I guess like some people just need a reason to like not like you. Like I get it. Every once in a while, you come across somebody that just rubs you the wrong way. So I get it. There's probably people out there that I just rub the wrong way, I suppose. But yeah, it's a weird thing, man. It's weird, right? Haters feel the need to hate, and that's okay. We need them, right? We need them as exit liquidity, right? Leo, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. CK Future, I want to get more Nadix on this dip. Do you think Nadix will go lower? I don't know, man. I think Nadix is pretty close to bottomed out. If you wanted to DC, I would DC. I wouldn't be aping. I mean, it's not financial advice, but I think Nadix is a great opportunity. I want to, Brandon, Wormhole. Yes, Wormhole's looking juicy. Absolutely. Carlos, good to see you, buddy. Big C, what's happening, brother? Good to see you, man. Andy, my dude, cocktails on Gamma tonight. Hell yeah. Can I get an amen? OG Baban just joined the Patreon. What are you waiting for? Just join the Patreon. What are you waiting for? Rob is the man with the plan. He's got the fries that'll cross your eyes. He's got the shakes that'll make you quake, baby. Charmander's in the house. Where the hell have you been, my friend? We've been living off just Charmander and occasionally Squirtle. Or Charmander Bulbasaur. We need the gang back together again, baby. We need the gang back together again. Big C's in the house. So, Rob, do we have to, 2 runs, 1 in August? That's kind of stuff I talk about over on the Patreon, my friend. What's your take on XYO? I am very bullish on XYO. Fantastic project. Fantastic project. Very bullish on XYO. And if I didn't make it clear, I'm bullish on XYO. Could we check on Moonwell chart, please, boss? No. Just kidding. Yes, I suppose I could do that. I suppose I could do that for you. Fine. Look at Jared. Boo Jared, everybody, making us get off of the Ethereum chart. Just joking, man. Just joking. Moonwell. All right, let's go look at Moonwell. Let's look at Moonwell. What's going on here? Well, it seems like it's pretty close to bottomed out here, my friend. Pretty close to bottomed out. I thought for sure, yeah, this Bitcoin just dragged us right down on there. Sheesh. Double topped and collapsed. But I think we're building a nice little base here for consolidation. We should move up soon. We should move up soon. I think you're going to have some resistance right about here, around 3 cents to 3. Potentially some more around, yeah, right around here, 3 cents, 6, 7. A couple levels of potential resistance, but nothing major. Nothing major, man. Nothing major. Looking good. It's all looking good. The total market cap and altcoins in general are looking fantastic. So, where are we here? Gamma. Looking forward to Rob and Shook Focus collab. Yes, absolutely. I got a message from Shook, I think yesterday there, and he wanted to do a collab. So yeah, definitely. I'm down to do a collab with Shook for sure. Solid dude. Could we check Moonwell? Check that already. My first live stream with you all. May 2025 be a prosperous year for everyone. Amen to that, Eric. Amen to that. Jackie, let's make that money. Cheers, legend. BTC dominance going down, baby. Yeah, we're gonna pull it up in a second here. A guy, where you been, brother? Where have you been? Let's get that chaos money. Absolutely. Exit flip. Rob, am I seeing an inverse head and shoulders on the 1 hour for ZBEC, or am I tripping? I don't use the 1 hour time frame as a reliable source of information. I mean, potentially yes, but if you go to ZBEC, if I could give you one piece of advice on charting, I mean, I wouldn't be using the lower time frames as reliable future moves. I mean, they don't always translate to the higher time frames. They only translate if the higher time frames are already looking bullish, right? So yes, right now you're seeing a breakout on ZBEC, but on the daily time frame, you need to close outside of this bull pennant here for the next leg up, and I think it's going to happen. But 2055 is where you want to close above, but I wouldn't be heavily relying on the hourly time frame for signals and patterns. The lowest I would go personally, the lower the time frame, the less reliable, obviously. So I don't mind the 12-hour or the 8-hour. Sometimes I'll go to the 4-hour, but that's about as low as I'll go. My thoughts on Cosmos, great project. I think Cosmos will do very, very well. I just feel like there's better projects out there with lower market caps. I think that Cosmos is the type of project I would accumulate in the bottom of a bear market, not at this point in the cycle, if that makes sense, right? Icy Oracle, my house hippo keeps eating all these dips. What do I do? You gotta love those house hippos, man. I'll be providing gamma to the fan. There you go. There you go. We want those margaritas. Absolutely. The gamma ritas. What else do we have? Can't stop refreshing my portfolio. It seems to go higher every refresh. I like it. That's a good problem to have. Everyone on YouTube and Patreon, throw $50 at ZBEC right now, says Mr. Surf. Yes. Ramona, thank you for all you do, Rob. And everyone, look for the open mic link at 9:30 Central. And if you haven't joined the Patreon yet, what are you doing? Yes, Ramona's got a great point, guys. It's literally less than the price of a cup of coffee, guys. Like literally, what are you doing? 100% agree with that. What do we got? What's TAI look like on TA? Altcoin requests go in the goals tab at the top of the chat, my friend, unless you are a Patreon member. Turbo, Robert, watching over on X. Turbo to Jupiter, yes. Turbo is a great meme coin for sure. Through 1,000 at 202. Nice, there you go. Charmander always here in spirit. I can't leave the team behind. There you go. Gamma making them margaritas. Hell yeah. Gamma-ritas. Jared, thank you. No problem, brother. No problem. Sweet Biddy. I hear chatter about ZBEC. Alt season incoming. Let's go. You bullish on spell. Yes. Bullish on spell token. Nadix is giving me the same vibe ZBEC did when ZBEC dumped. Yes. I would agree, liquidity. I would agree. Danny's in the house. WF Capital, chilling, killing like a villain. A guy who was on vacation in Utah and just getting back to normal schedule. Nice. There you go. Well, I'm glad you're back. Ditto's in the house. What's going on? Nice Nadix DCA day. Can I get an amen to that? I'm already in for Gamma-ritas. Hell yeah. Waiting for that meet and greet. Rob, can't wait for the bear market together. Let's go. Yeah, me and Otaku been talking, man. Me and Otaku, we're gonna make next year, 2026, is gonna be the future Otaku crypto world tour. We're gonna be going to a lot of different crypto seminars. We're gonna go to like ETH Denver. Probably gonna go to Dubai. We're gonna go to Bitcoin Miami. We're going everywhere. Vegas. We're gonna go to as many of the crypto conferences as we can. And we're going to make a lot of content while we're there. So it's going to be a good time, guys. It's going to be a good time. I am a member. Okay. What was it you wanted to look at again? Remind me. Hey, Rob, Patreon member here. How do you think IOTX will go? IOTX. Didn't I look at that like yesterday or the day before? IOTX. Yes, cross-chain. IOTX. I mean, it'll probably smash its all-time high. Maybe 45, 50 cents I could see. I could see something like that happening. Exit Flip, can we check the 10% club chart? How many millionaires has the Patreon printed so far? This year, 43. 43 and climbing. XTP did amazing in 2021's bull run. Yes, we just need a fraction of that. Exactly, 100%. There's Gamma. What do you think about Banker Coin? I get asked about Banker Coin every single day, it seems like. Banker Coin, I like it. I don't hold any of it. I do like it. It looks good to me. It looks like it's going to do very, very well. It seems to be having a lot of momentum behind it right now with community and stuff. So I do think Banker Coin, I know that because I get asked about it every day, right? So I think it's a good project. I think it will do well. LT Crypto, green all the way, late for YouTube Live, 50 push-ups. Big Mike, dropping that cheddar, supporting the channel, my dude. Big Rob got the new phone. I'm back now, finally able to make super chats again. Nice, always got your back, brother. Quick favor, check Andy ETH for me. I'm thinking about selling the entire bag to put into one of our Patreon bags. You want me to check Andy ETH? What's Andy ETH? Oh, okay. I see it. I got it. I never even heard of this before. Let me check it out. Are you in the green on it? Let me know, Big Mike. If you're in the green, I mean, it's got 100% of the supply in circulation, but it's got like 1 trillion tokens for the max supply. Meme coin, all-time high. Yeah, you're in the green. I'd probably pull the pin, brother. If it was me, I would pull the pin for sure. Take that profit, man. Take that profit. No one ever went broke taking profit, right? And then drop it. Yeah, dropping that into a Patreon gem, that would be a pretty good idea, man. Pretty good idea. Where are we here? Sorry, Tars AI. Tars AI. That's right. Tars AI. Okay, I'll look at Tars AI. Yeah, we fell out of this descending channel to the downside. Oof. Right? We're still kind of going. I mean, I know a lot of people are, for some reason, worried about Tars AI, but me personally, not in the least bit worried about it. You don't have a lot of history in the chart, right? That's the problem with Tars AI. There's not a lot of history here to kind of go by. You've got resistance at your 236 right now that you are having trouble breaking above. But when you finally do break above here, I mean, this is going to have a nice run. You are in a descending channel right now that will likely break to the upside, right? You will likely eventually get your break to the upside here. I would say that I would keep an eye out for your resistance levels, 236 around 7 cents 626. Your 382 around 8 cents 9 is your next level of resistance. I could see you working all the way up to your 618, to be honest with you, before rejecting off and maybe consolidating sometime. You'll probably drop back down below your 50 and your 382, consolidating somewhere into this range for a short amount of time for its next leg up, somewhere between 8 cents 9 and 10 cents. So pretty close to between 9 to 10 cents on the next leg up, and then some consolidation. Coffee on the way. There you go. Let's get it. Rob Keen, check out Chirplay, please. Chirplay. What is Chirplay? This is turning into an altcoin request live stream. We haven't even got into the news yet. I'm gonna have to start rejecting some of these requests and getting into the news. What do we got? 2014. Oof. I don't know, man. High risk, high reward, brother. It's only got a $1 million market cap. It's got good tokenomics. It's down quite a bit from its high. I don't know, man. It doesn't have very many listings. I probably wouldn't bother with it personally. I wouldn't be interested in it. Too high risk, high reward, and I'm not seeing the benefit. So, all right, I got to get into the news now, guys. Actually, yeah, someone's requesting the M2 and whatnot. So let's have a look at that. We got to look at the Bitcoin dominance and stuff anyway. All right, so the M2, like I said yesterday, guys, the M2 right now, all you're doing is putting in higher lows, right? You need to break above this trend line here on the M2 if you want to see, and if you don't, then this most likely in this range is going to be the top for Bitcoin, or somewhere in that range, give or take. It's not going to be exact. It's an 80% correlation, not 100% correlation. So somewhere in that range, give or take a couple of weeks, right? But somewhere in that end of September, middle of September to end of September range, if Bitcoin does go on that violent run following the M2 here, you know, if the M2 comes up, rejects off this trend line and continues down, then this is likely going to be the top for Bitcoin around the middle of September, the end of September. What you need to see the M2 break above this trend line and put in a new higher high. That's what you need to see, right? At the very least, it needs to put in a high higher than this high here at 147,607. You need to see a higher high than that if you want to see continuation to the upside for the M2. You need the M2 to break above that red line and close above there to get a higher high put in, right? But if you don't, if you stay below this trend line here, then you're just putting in a lower high and you're still in a downward structure. You're still in a bearish structure to the downside, right? So that's what you need to see on the M2. And if it doesn't, if it continues to roll over, then most likely this is signaling a top for Bitcoin. So if this is the top for Bitcoin sometime close to the end of September, you will likely see the altcoins run for another 4 to 6 weeks after Bitcoin tops, as you see that money rotation from Bitcoin into the altcoins, and then it's all done. It's over. Kaput. Bull run's over, right? So that's what you're going to want to watch. But if the M2, I'm still of the mindset, though, here, guys. Now, some people will take what I just said and say, Rob said that's the top. And it's, no. I said if the M2 doesn't put in a higher high, right? They'll leave that part out and they'll say, you said this was the top. What I think will happen, I think we will put in one more higher high, which will lead us into around the end of November for the high for Bitcoin, and then we'll roll over. That's what I think will happen, right? But if it doesn't, if we don't put in that higher high, then this is likely going to be the top. So that's what you need to be paying attention to when it comes to Bitcoin and the M2, right? So, but we have, look what's about to happen here, guys. Look what's about to happen here. Absolutely fantastic. And if we look at the Bitcoin dominance, look at this breakdown, guys, on the Bitcoin dominance. We are looking great. Look at that. We've fallen below support right now. We've officially dropped below support. That's 60.54%. If we close below there, it looks like we're going to continue to collapse to the downside on the Bitcoin dominance. And at the same time, it's collapsing out of the bear flag. I've been telling you guys that this was going to happen for about a week and a half now. Those of you who've been here for a while, you know. I've been saying Bitcoin dominance is in a bear flag. It's going to break to the downside. We're officially below support. Can we close down there and continue to break down? And at the same time, if we go to the total 2, we are broken out of the bull flag, and we're breaking above resistance right now at 1.51 trillion. We're officially at 1.52 trillion. So if we get this close, guys, today could be the start of a nice next leg up. Because look, guys, we're above resistance. Guess what happens after that? Boom, we're gone, right? Same thing with Bitcoin dominance. At the exact same time that Bitcoin dominance is breaking down out of the bear flag and below support, the total 2 is breaking to the upside out of a bull flag and breaking above resistance. You can't write this stuff. It's happening perfectly right now. And it is right perfectly in line with that happening. It's perfectly in line with the M2, as we already looked at a few minutes ago, right? It's all lining up perfectly here, guys, for this next big leg up. So, are you ready to go? So, I often say there's no warning signs, there's no like buzzer that goes off that tells you, but I guess there kind of is, because I'm telling you right now, bzzz, this is your buzzer, right? This is your buzzer. You're about to see a great move to the upside here, in my opinion, guys. So that's what everything's showing me. That's what everything's showing me. And if we look at the altcoin, or if we look at the bubbles, everything looks fantastic on the bubbles. You've got some, if you're not positioned right now, I would recommend, I mean, it's not financial advice, but I would say you better get positioned in rather short order, my friends, right? Look across the altcoins. Everything's getting ready to go. The weekly, everything's getting up there. We're about to go, guys. We are about to go. I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready. All right, let's get into some of the news, shall we? Holy smokes, we reached our super chat goal, guys. We're going to set another one. Let's get another one. Let's go. Okay. Just give me a second here. Let's get into some of our news, see what's going on. Wow. We spent so much time in the chat today, we haven't gotten into any of the news. That's okay. That's okay. All right. What is first? We got a clip here. All right, so Natalie Burnell drops the Bitcoin heat on Fox News.
And I look at crypto and AI, Natalie, in the same vein to a certain degree. These are things that President Biden and his administration were shying away from, whereas President Trump is saying they're not going anywhere. I want us to be number one.
This industry is no longer fringe. It is foundational. We are really reimagining how value is stored and also moved in the 21st century. And what I'm most happy about is that the White House is actually recognizing that the most important innovation in crypto is Bitcoin. It is the core asset in this new monetary system. And they're recognizing things like the essential need for the ability to self-custody, because that is so in line with the American value of property rights. And the White House report on digital assets this week also said that the government is looking at plans to accumulate Bitcoin. They even mentioned a term that we have in the Bitcoin space called stacking sats, which is slowly accumulating Bitcoin, not thinking about the daily price moves, but slowly accumulating a meaningful amount to serve strategically in our reserve.
Quick before I get to everybody else on this, because you are the expert. When it comes to the Trump administration and its strategy, the more ubiquitous Bitcoin comes with respect to its usage out there, does it become less likely that the government or the central bank would ever look to make Bitcoin, its strategic, its currency in that way? Are the two things separate? If it becomes mainstream in the way that it is, then you won't use it in that way? Or can they coexist? If we get another president like Joe Biden, can they come back and say, you know what, we're going to get rid of the dollar?
I think we have crossed an inflection point. I think Bitcoin is here to stay, and it will be a strategic reserve asset for the country, and it does not threaten the US dollar. In fact, they're prioritizing stablecoins right now because they want to extend dollar dominance and provide us with more demand for US Treasury debt, because these stablecoins have to be backed, one, 1-to-1 with cash reserves or short-term treasuries. That's going to extend the dollar globally, and those stable coins have really helped a lot of people in other nations that face far worse currency crises and far worse inflation than we have here in America. But Bitcoin is going to be that pristine savings technology and capital that corporations are looking at to put on the balance sheet to strengthen against the debasement that we know is going to come. We know they're going to have to print. We know that the deficits are going to continue. And so Bitcoin is the one thing immune to that. It's the one thing no one can print.
I talk to you all the time. We talk to you. We ask you questions. We learn. I got to say, and I'm embarrassed to say, but I'll be honest with everybody, Gary, I still don't really understand it. So if I really don't understand it, it's hard to get in as an investment, but yet I watch it just keep moving higher and higher and higher. And I'm thinking to myself, if there is not an aspect of my portfolio that's invested in crypto in some way, I am losing out.
You just took the words right out of my mouth. I've been saying since day one, I don't understand. I don't know what the meaning of it is. All I can tell you is, as an asset, the price has just been going up, up, and up. Yeah, it had a 75% drop in the last bear market. I'm thinking that's it, it's over, and right back. But I do worry
do your research, bro.
The next bear market in the NASDAQ, that it's going to come down because it is an asset and the fear and greed factor. What I don't understand when I hear, I think it's Saylor that says it's going to 13 million in price. These are the things I don't understand. But look, I've watched you on TV for a while with big smile on your face, and you've been right as rain. I can't argue the point. I never argue against price.
Can I just say two things? Number one, Bitcoin priced in the S&P 500. The S&P is down 85%. Priced in Bitcoin. You're super early. We're all very early to Bitcoin, and I say that because it is a $2 trillion market cap competing with equities, bonds, gold, real estate, which are hundreds of trillions of dollars of wealth. If we just reached 20 trillion, which is gold, that's over $1 million per Bitcoin.
But there's no earnings, no sales, no product, no service.
That's a feature, not a bug. Look at the tariffs, right? No chairman of the Fed, no CEO, no earnings.
30 seconds,
You're
Brian.
winning.
Do your research. That's why they have to do the research. They don't understand. But you're seeing this stuff on Fox News, on national television now, guys. Whereas before, they wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. They were, it's a scam. It's this, that, the other thing. Now, it's like I can't argue with price, right? So, and even the gentleman said, guys, listen, we are going to go back into another bear market again, and that's what he's looking forward to DCA. I'll be doing the same damn thing, my friends, the same damn thing. Danny wants to know about SwiftCoin. Let's look at SwiftCoin. Before we get into the news, we'll do the SwiftCoin chart. Yeah, got a ways to go. We're still just down in this descending, right? We got to break out from this, man. Got to break out from this. So this is what you want to see. You need to break above this trend line to put in a higher high. You want to put in a higher high than this, right? You want to get above here, right around 1 cent 356 is where you're looking to break out above to put in a higher high. So you can break the downward structure here, right? The downward channel. So go ahead. That's what you want to see. But for now, Swift is in a fantastic DCA opportunity. For me personally, man, you can't go wrong at these prices for Swift. It can't be held down like this. It's a phenomenal project. They just entered. They just added a loan protocol to their network. They've got bridgers. Just cross-chain, like, guys, I'm so bullish on Swift. Absolutely. Charmander says, smash the like and the thumbs up. Absolutely. I tell everyone to put a little money in every week. No one understands. Yeah, they don't understand, and then later on they'll be upset that they didn't, right? So, absolutely. So as we know, guys, Ripple and the SEC end the long legal battle as appeals are dropped. After 5 years in court, Ripple Labs and the U.S. SEC Commission have agreed to end their dispute. Both parties informed the Second Circuit Appeals Court that they're dropping their appeals, bringing to a close a case that began in 2020. The Commission had accused Ripple of selling XRP without complying with securities laws. More accurately, Jay Clayton and Jake Layden and continuing on, Gary Gensler did. Now that we have a non-politically motivated SEC in power, we're now seeing technology and innovation starting to thrive as opposed to being suppressed, right? Big Mike, thank you, brother. Thank you for always being there and supporting me, man. Thanks for having my back. I appreciate you, my friend. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Thank you. So we all know that this court case ended already, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Very bullish, but you know, I know that a lot of XRP maxis out there and content creators were swearing to high heavens that XRP was going to $10 when the case was over. Well, I mean, it's up a modest 7.2%, which is great. I love XRP, don't get me wrong. But this is why you don't believe Moon Boy channels who tell you ridiculous things, right? No pump at all going on here, really, because the case over. XRP is pumping on par with the rest of the market right now. So, in a joint filing submitted on Thursday, blah blah blah. Ripple and the SEC confirmed the case is over. So very, very bullish, guys. It is officially official. I'm not going to bother going through the whole thing because this happened like yesterday, so we are aware of it. But very bullish news, guys. The case is over. Ripple will pay their $125 million penalty as they agreed, and it's all good in the hood. So good things for Ripple moving forward. I put everything I got in every week. There you go, man. There you go. All right, Ethereum looking good. All right, I got to cut it a little bit shorter here and decide which videos we're going to cover, or which content we're going to cover here. Massive USDC minting. Now, just so you know, guys, I do have an exclusive video coming out over on the Patreon later today explaining the minting process for stablecoins. It's educational content. We do a lot of exclusive content over there, so make sure you're getting over to the Patreon if you want to learn the ins and outs of this space and all the intricacies so that you can succeed in this space, right? It's less than the price of a cup of coffee a day, guys. All right, so Whale Alert recently flagged a significant development in the crypto world. A staggering $250 million worth of USDC was minted at the Treasury. This isn't just a large number, it's a noteworthy event that provides critical insights into the evolving stablecoin landscape. Understanding this substantial stablecoin minting helps us gauge shifts in liquidity and anticipate potential crypto market impacts, especially concerning the overall USDC supply. So guys, it's important to be educated in this space for a lot of reasons, right? It's really, really low IQ to be jumping around from YouTube channel to YouTube channel, hoping somebody can tell you which direction the market's going to go in. You really need to have the tools to understand this market, liquidity flows, and all that kind of stuff, right? Understanding the minting of stable coins, USDC, USDT, is very, very crucial component to having a broader education in the crypto space, right? You need to know this because, I mean, if we're seeing a lot of stablecoin dominance and which is stablecoins being destroyed because people are cashing out, well, that is an indicator. It's a metric that you can use to gauge the retail and the institutional interest in crypto at any given time, right? If you're seeing a lot of stablecoin dominance collapsing and you're seeing a lot of stablecoins being destroyed and people are cashing out, you know that you are in a bearish kind of situation in terms of sentiment. And the opposite is true for seeing a crap load of like millions and millions or billions of dollars in stablecoin being minted. You know that you're about to see a lot of liquidity start to pour into the market, right? So that is just one indicator, guys. One more metric. You need to be educated in this space. You got to have these tools. So jump over to the Patreon and get educated so that you know how to read these things, right? Don't just mumble and fumble and stumble your way through crypto thinking you're going to get rich with zero education whatsoever, right? When we talk about USDC minting, we are referring to the creation of new USDC stablecoin USDC is the prominent stablecoin, meaning its value is pegged 1-to-1 to the US dollar. For every USDC token created, there is a corresponding dollar held in reserve, ensuring its stability. This minting process essentially increases the total circulating USDC supply, injecting more dollar-backed digital currency into the ecosystem. Andrew, what's up, Rob? When are you publishing a book on crypto? Yeah, I don't think I have what it takes to write a book, to be honest with you. I don't. The act of stablecoin minting plays a pivotal role in the broader cryptocurrency market. Stablecoins like USDC are vital for maintaining liquidity across exchanges and decentralized finance platforms. An increase in their supply often indicates new capital flow into the crypto space or a strategic rebalancing of assets by large players. This influx in stablecoins can facilitate larger trades and support various market activities without causing significant price volatility to other cryptocurrencies. This $250 million in USDC that was minted therefore represents a substantial injection of liquidity into the market. That's what I'm saying to you guys, right? When you see $250 million worth of USDC minted, you know that that money is going to be injected into the crypto space, right? That's how you can gauge we're bullish, right? Because why else would you buy $250 million worth of stablecoin? The only use for it is to buy and sell crypto, right? An expanded USDC supply, particularly one as significant as 250 million tokens, has several key implications. Firstly, it provides a greater capacity for trading pairs involving USDC, making it easier for large transactions to occur without slippage. Secondly, it can exchange the overall liquidity within DeFi protocols, enabling more robust lending, borrowing, and swapping activities. This increased supply also suggests a growing trust and adoption in USDC as a preferred stablecoin asset navigating the crypto markets. It is important to monitor how this newly minted USDC is utilized. It is moving to exchanges, DeFi protocols, or held in wallets. That's the beauty of everything being on chain as well. You can track this kind of activity, right? So basically, guys, to really sum it up, $250 million in USDC stablecoin is about to be injected into the market. Liquidity is coming in. Very, very bullish, guys. Very, very bullish. That's what you want to see. All right, let's go over to a video on Squawk Box. We are running into overtime here. We got to let this ad play out here for the next couple seconds. So, Sandy, ETH. Yes, how's ETH doing? How's ETH doing? Holy smokes, man. ETH is looking juicy, my friends. It's looking juicy. We'll get back to ETH after this clip over on Squawk Box.
Co-head of Global Investment Strategy at JP Morgan Private Bank. Stephen, great to have you with us. So we just got claims data better than expected, but we had the jobs data from last week. How do you view where we are in jobs and how that impacts what the Fed is going to do later this year?
Yeah, we think the weakness that we saw last week in the labor report is not a surprise. We expected that the delayed impact from tariffs and uncertainty earlier this year was going to play its way through to the economy. Our view is we're going to continue to see a slowdown into the second half, but we're not going to see a recession. And importantly, we think that we're setting ourselves up for a growth recovery next year, and that's what markets are going to focus on.
In a slowdown environment, what sorts of sectors do you want to be in? Are you of the belief that big cap tech is growth in any environment?
Yeah, we still are big believers in the tech story. The AI story is only gaining momentum. 60% growth in AI-related CapEx last year, 60% this year. That's going to continue to drive us forward. But it's not just a tech story. There's other sectors with secular tailwinds that we really like, namely financials and utilities. We think the utility story is really interesting. Power demand is growing faster than the broader economy, a lot because of AI. Utilities, infrastructure are going to be the way to play that.
Both of those sectors have had quite a strong run. So all of the sectors actually that you like have had really strong runs year to date. And so I'm wondering how you think about utilities, because it's it's not necessarily the defensive sector that it used to be. There's an edge of offense as well when you layer in the energy demand from AI.
That's actually what gets us excited. We think that you have still some of those defensive characteristics. It's still highly regulated. You've got greater certainty around earnings. You have that power demand. You also have that attractive dividend yield. And if the Fed's going to start cutting like we think they will, that's going to become more attractive. But you get something of an upside call option on this AI and power demand story, which is why we like the utilities.
For financials, I'm curious, do you like big cap financials or the smaller? And I'm thinking, you know, if you take a look at some of the regionals or if you go down the cap scale on banks, you might be looking for M&A to be a story, but the big cap, banks, some could argue are overvalued historically compared to themselves.
We don't think so. We think that the earnings power for the larger banks is actually stronger and more sustainable today than it has been historically. There's less economic sensitivity because of the diversification. We think deregulation is going to be a big part of this financial story, and that's going to benefit the larger banks because of capital return. It also potentially is going to benefit some of those smaller and mid-cap regional banks because we think M&A could pick up.
But like, just for an example, JP Morgan at a 2.4 price to book, that's not expensive in your view?
Well, again, we think a lot of the companies, whether it's the financials or in the tech sector where valuations look a little bit expensive, it's because the fundamentals today are actually much stronger than they've been historically. You look at the diversified business model that a lot of these large cap banks have, you don't have the same sort of sensitivity. You know, a growth slowdown like we expect in the second half of this year historically would have been really bad for banks. We don't think they're going to face the same sort of earnings pressure as they have in the past.
Yes, I do agree. I think we will see rate cut in September. People are already speculating about a second rate cut into October, guys. Juicy for markets. All right, Ethereum. What you want to see here. Had to cough there. Sorry, guys. What you want to see here is a break, or you want to see a close above $4,000 on Ethereum. I think we're going to continue up if we get that tonight, guys. This could be a very, very exciting weekend. Dion, is it too late to get into Zbec? No, it's not, my friend. It is not, for sure. Exit Flip says 10 more likes. Let's go. Candyman, the guy I pay to pick up poop in my backyard just found out I don't have... Hey, you're paying him, right? Fair is fair. I dig it, buddy. I dig it. So that's what we're watching on Ethereum, guys. Can we close above $4,000? That's what we'll be watching for. I have to get to a coaching call over on the Patreon. My friends, if you want to get involved in our mentorship coaching calls, if you need guidance, if you need help, if you need education, if you want us to help you make life-changing wealth for yourself, providing you with the tools to succeed, it's less than the price of a cup of coffee a day, my friends. The link is in the pinned comments. It's in the description. It's in the chat. It's everywhere you want to be. I will be over there today. It is open mic weekend hosted by our crypto mom, Ramona, over on the Patreon as well. Get over there today, guys. Join the 10% Club. I will see you over there. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.